must say I feel a little bit bad after the panel discussion about this title. Ladies and gentlemen, artificial intelligence for aerial imagery, AI for AI, AI square. We all know that just AI is not enough today. So what we do, we extract business insight from satellite and aerial imagery. Here in this example, you see our current product working on the biggest drone platform called Drone Deploy, where more than 1,000 users already used us, and where we have collected our own proprietary data set of 1 million acres and analyzed them. Here you can see like very precise counts of vehicles, trees, dead trees, which means leafless trees, human, crops, stockpiles, etc., etc. Few other objects that we count. Our founding team is very strong for this kind of task. John was executive in 2 other drone companies before. He really understands the market well. Robert was in the backend engineering team for ML and big scale analytics. And I had the chance to, during my PhD, to work on like few influential publications like Inception v3, which is like the baseline architecture for most of the Google Vision products. And also in last September, we won MS Coco Detection Challenge, the biggest vision benchmark for object detection that we built our company on top of this research. So our vision is to automate insurance. And in this case, it goes to like 2 parts, automation of the quotes and automation of the claims. So for example, you can imagine that like giving the direct price from the insurance to customers who quotes within like few seconds and knowing everything about the house, like how big is the roof footage, how big is the patio, is there a swimming pool, is there like playground, is there trampoline. All these risk factors can be integrated into one single number that will give like precise cost for the quoting, and also to automate the claims, to analyze where is the damage and how costful is this damage. And it would be like around 3,000 people to automate in this industry to get like $1 billion company. Why we are doing this? Obviously, machine vision took off. Inception v3 was like the first single model which have beaten humans on ImageNet benchmark. Our current pilots are with big enterprises. For example, QBE, big insurance for orchards and forestry. The biggest forestry company, Green Diamond. We work on automating the claim analysis with Kitty Hawk. We also help with audit with KPMG to audit farms. And on the data and drone platform, we collected a lot of data. These are like the world map of our users and maps that we have analyzed, that we own. It's more than 1 million acres and 1,000. Some of them are 1,000 users. Some of them are businesses. Some of them are like just single users. We placed ourselves in this competition space on these like high precision metrics for lower volume imagery. Like it's not world map of the whole from the satellites, but like the imagery above like 30 centimeters per pixel and more, which is very precise. And we are currently fundraising seed. So I must say, please reach out. We just received today morning the draft of term sheets. So it would be great to chat relatively quickly if anyone is interested. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I love all the different cultures and styles. Who's first to ask questions?
I guess I'll start because 2 of the companies
out here.
you listed on that last slide we're invested in, so we have some experience in this space. One of the challenges here is obviously access to imagery. How do you hope to have a proprietary data set here?
So as I mentioned, like Drone Deploy is like a perfect start for us. So we collected like huge data sets of like 1 million acres with like 7 centimeters and better 7 centimeters per pixel and better resolution. So this gives us like perfect playground to train our algorithm. And yeah, that's like the source of like high precision metrics.
So you have 4 customers already? And
These are like pilots starting.
okay,
So, they are,
so I was going to ask you to talk about your pricing model, but is there one?
yeah, that's fine. So yes, so right now we integrated with Drone Deploy. That was our like first bet. We earned some money, some dollars from Drone Deploy, but our business models was not so great. We refined it. So right now we will charge per object per detection. So there are like high value use cases on like small areas that could generate a lot of dollars. Because before we charged per acre. And if you have like KPMG or like insurance, they usually don't have like so many vast areas, but actually they really value this analytics on small area.
So you guys are a startup. How are you going to go after so many different verticals? It seems like you're spread out amongst a few different ones.
Yeah, we kind of like a little bit transitioning right now. So we started with like focusing on orchards and forestry. We have like the best models for like detection trees and like tree height, how much wood we can log, etc. But it looks like that's not the best market today, and we are transitioning to insurance, and that's the only vertical that we, targeting right now.
I like the fun with clip art slide that when you built out the house on fire, house with tree falling on it. That must have been fun to put together. My question is around your pilots. What does success look like? And I'm assuming that's going to steer your go-to-market in terms of focusing on insurance versus forestry versus this. So can you share a little bit more about what are your KPIs for those campaigns and what's the plan to convert them into a larger customer? Sure. So obviously like big enterprises are valuable pilots and customers because we can get referrals from them. The point is like to put our feet into like insurance companies, right? And then like scale it with like obviously small projects at the beginning. We just count you livestock because this is what's happening with one of them. But after time they trust us and they can let us run more and more analytics.
So this isn't a question so much as a suggestion.
Okay.
In the drone space, there are just thousands of companies now emerging who provide services, provide this kind of, probably not the same level of visual smarts, but they provide kind of the same kind of services, less smart. Why don't you, instead of trying to go after their customer, go after those service providers and make what they do smarter? And that way you only have to go after 1,000 of them instead of going after 100,000 potential customers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you may end up in a B2B drone space instead.
It's a very good question, and this is what we more thought at the beginning. So before, like a lot of drone companies focus on the data collection, and this is today relatively cheap, and we partner with them for like collecting the data. But the value is in the insight, and there was not so many analytics companies that could provide insight here. So we tried with more like this forest and orchard insurance, but it seems it will go too slow, and we are focusing on insurance companies for rooftops, for damage of the houses, for property insurance. That doesn't make sense?
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much.